It's a good day. The Nerf Corporation has a long history of making fun and safe toys for everyone. They even make guns that shoot from foam bullets.
Yes, but Nerf bullets become decidedly less safe when they're stuffed into the business end of a .44 caliber handgun and fired at a penis.
Epic Nerf gun. That's good. Go. You ready? 3, 2, 1. The aftermath of the nut split. Will you ever do that again? No.
What was that? What was that?
That was his penis bleeding.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, and that, folks, is how Lincoln died.
Yes. And kudos to those guys for a spot-on historical reenactment of one of the darkest days our country has ever seen.
Let's continue our history lesson with our number 4 video. Everyone knows that in the waning days of World War II, Adolf Hitler shot himself.
Or moved to Brazil and became a gardener.
I think that's really what happened.
We don't know for sure, but look, either way, that's not the story here, because the battle against Hitler's tyranny continued in Japan in 1974 while he was in evil Starfish mode. Yeah, look, it might be a little confusing. Look, you're supposed to be confused. Here's a clip from Common Writer X that really clears things up. Does a good job. History Channel in Japan is probably the best of all the History Channels.
Yeah, and the most not real, but also the best.
Also the best!
Yeah.
Man! That was awesome.
I love how out of all the stuff in there, Kevin questions how they leap out of the water.
How do they leap out of the water?
You didn't have any other questions.
It's physically impossible. Everything else seemed plausible.
Oh,
seemed pretty par for the course. Today's number 3 item lends some credence to our. It's a thesis, really, that Attack of the Show scientists have been working on for quite a few months now. We're really proud of it. The thesis is that eagles are D-bags.
We hate to be the one to bring it to the surface, but someone has to.
Yeah.
Now, you may remember the last time we made the mistake of watching an eagle in nature.
Oof.
Yes, it flew gracefully. Yes, it was an inspiring view. And yes, it picked an innocent goat up from a cliff, took it into the air, and dropped it to a canyon floor just to kill it.
Yeah, well, that's...
Yeah, look at that.
It could have been for sport. We don't know why, but... Look. Splat. But this time on the PBS show Nature, an eagle decides that he wants to be a D-bag by attacking one of nature's slowest moving and really gentlest creatures, the noble tortoise.
They have found an unlikely alternative prey. The armored shell presents an intriguing challenge. The impact separates the tortoise shell into 2 halves, like loosening a lid.
Mine.
I have a question. How did that nature program get the camera angle from the eagle watching the turtle fall?
Eagle cam. You duct tape a flip minnow to the beak. That's it. That's what you have to do. They're not that heavy.
The flip is so great because the USB just pops right out.
Yeah,
it's really easy to use.
It's really good.
You know what's sad about that? that turtle had probably lived to 200 years old. It was ancient at that point. It's gone through so much in its life.
The eagle wasn't even hungry. It was just bored. I mean, really, eagles are D-bags.
I like how he makes statements on this show. And at number 2, we have a very embarrassing situation that led to an arrest.
Well, it wasn't embarrassing for the guy in the handcuffs. It was for everybody around him, though. NBC2 in Cape Coral was on the scene. They were actually the only ones on the scene in the Florida parking lot to bring us the story of a man without shame.
And 2 dates.
Well, yeah.
In a public parking lot, families witness a very private act. Blow-up dolls with female body parts exposed outside this Publix on Santa Barbara.
As I walked by, I saw this guy with the 2 blow-up dolls and kissing them and bouncing them.
Only our cameras are rolling when Cape officers arrest Bartusek for breach of peace. This isn't his first run-in with the law. He spent time in jail for driving under the influence and for assaulting an officer. Nothing involving inflatable people. Tonight, the show is over. Bartusek carted off to jail. The dolls towed away with the car.
It's just so disturbing.
Oh, she was so sad in that backseat. Inflatable people.
I know.
They're just like real people, but inflatable.
Yeah, I don't think you call them inflatable people.
Yeah, no, that's the PC term.
Okay. But that begs the question. Kevin, have you ever...
Not in public!
Okay. Still ahead.
We have the female counterpart to what we just saw.
Oh, yes.
When WTF invades around the net.
You guys, do not leave your TVs, because I cannot believe what we're about to watch. We're going to meet a woman who got herself into a compromising position with a fence on purpose.
Yeah. She's in love.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Today's number 1. I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't trust it. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
When I saw the video and the read-through, I literally had to look back up and go, what is going on here?
Well, here, let's get to it. Today's number 1 is footage from a documentary that aired on the BBC, and it's called Strangelove, Married to the Eiffel Tower. And this is about women who fall in love, which is crazy to begin with. But these ladies are falling in love with inanimate objects.
And not just the kind of inanimate objects you can find in adult bookstores either. No. Listen to this. We're talking about things like compound bows.
Yeah.
Roller coasters.
Yeah.
National landmarks.
Yeah. One woman... No.
They fall in love with them.
One woman actually gets married to and has sex with the Eiffel Tower, okay?
Wait!
Okay, that's gotta hurt at some point.
Gays can't get married, but you can marry the Eiffel Tower?
And bang it.
That doesn't make sense! Enough with this! On with the freak show!
Yeah. You smell good. God, you smell so good.
Fences are such dangerous objects for me because they are so perfect in their geometry. I'm definitely physically attracted to this fence.
I mean, I'd almost swear that my blood just flowed from my arm and went right into him.
I mean, orgasm, all that is involved, foreplay, afterplay, all of that. I'd say the sex is really great for me, so if everyone else is having that kind of sex, I think that's wonderful. The world should have more of that.
Yeah! I've heard of like sniffing the rusty coaster, but she actually sniffed a rusty coaster.
I don't even know what that means. Is that a sex term?
Yeah.
But seriously, guys, listen to this. That's not fake. That's not from the Onion News Network.
No, that's real.
Real.
The lady loves her some fence.
And I have a question. What is with these women?
Well,
what are you doing?
Well, they're women, but let's not be so quick to judge here, because sometimes, spending some time with an inanimate object can be very fulfilling.
What?
Look, for some, it can. Look, I'll come out and say it. I have no problem with it. I'm in love with this podium. I love this podium right here.
What?
Home base.
What?
Love this guy right here. I love her. We've been dating for 3 weeks now, and everything's going great. So I'm pretty happy. Thank
Kevin,
you.
this is ridiculous. Hold on.
Normally I dip a toe and I just dove right in with her. I love her.
Hold on. I've been dating this podium for over a month now. What the hell?
Whoa, guys. Whoa
to us?
What?
Let's just, everybody calm down.
No, you sir have a lot of
down.
explaining to do.
Olivia.
What?
Sweetie. Hang on just a second.
Don't call me sweetie.
I love you both. but I'm not the kind of hosting podium who's really ready to settle down with just one host.
Whoa. Oh, how cliche.
Maybe we can all just take a deep breath. There we go. Start over. Clean slate, right?
Okay. I think I can do that.
Okay, well, I don't like it, but I will lock up my heart just to keep the peace on the show, okay? I'll do that. Whatever.
Eduardo, what are you doing here?